Hey, what's up, guys? Max here. We're home. So let's cover some of the entire or portions of the entire live stream when it comes to what Kabam put out today. Huge information. If you weren't able to make the live stream and you want to catch a little bit of what I'm going to talk about, part of it, that being the Battlegrounds. First of all, let's talk about the Battlegrounds off season. So Kabam John, that's what that person up there is. Okay, Kabam John talked about very quickly of the off seasons Battlegrounds. So 5 energy when it comes to the cost involved. You know, we're gonna have friendlies open. He does mention that, and then he does mention that I guess you can just join a fight. So for friendlies, you know, when it comes to friendlies, you are open to fight anybody at no cost. But if you just fight, and that's kind of my understanding, because he kind of ran through this very quickly because there was an official post about this, but it didn't cover that. I'm assuming that the regular cost, you're just going to be able to queue up and fight anybody, and that's going to cost you 5 energy. So there's going to be some battle chips, tokens to be able to claim as you kind of progress through this. So he kind of runs through this really fast because, again, there was an official post already made when it comes to Battlegrounds. So just did want to follow up on this because, you know, we love Battlegrounds. You know, if not a game mode of yours that's favorite, then it's going to give you a kind of a warm up into what the next following season's coming with. So we should be able to, just like a regular Battleground season, be able to choose between the victory track and the gladiator circuit to kind of practice both if we wanted to. Now, again, giving us a week of no downtime, which is perfect. I think that was it's just a great touch for just getting stuff done and streaming. So complete streaming. Now, one thing he does mention here, and this is why we're going to do this in portions when it comes to this kind of follow-up, is because I can talk more than they can. Apparently, I just blabber on, but the event screen update. So this is huge. He talks about it here.
Is getting a large visual overhaul. There are a couple reasons for this. The first is that it's going to make things look nicer. It's going to make things look more approachable and more understandable. And this isn't just for our veteran players, but you know, I know you're very passionate about this as well. If we want to make a true forever game out of the contest, we need to bring in new players. And so we're hoping that this event screen overhaul will make those events easier for newer players to understand. But in addition to that, this overhaul is also to facilitate a new event type that we've been developing called Realm Events. Realm Events are basically events where players across the game will work together. It's almost as if they're an alliance event where everyone is in the same alliance. Are you familiar with the Road to the Crypt thing we did?
So right there, pause right there. You guys remember that, right? Where we all counted our deaths towards this event and we hit milestones, and then at the end there was a deadline, and then we hit that milestone. Kabam kept us updated with how many deaths we were giving, and then they gave us reward based off of that. So that felt very cool. So there's going to be more of that coming our way, which is kind of basically free stuff, including not just the top of the players, like the top 1%, or the top tier 10% players, and it's going to include the middle of the pack, the entry level players, players that don't maybe compete at the level of high competitive gameplay when it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions. It's going to involve everybody. So it's going to be a very nice setup when it comes to kind of what we're seeing currently updated in the game. But along with the update, he kind of, they're talking about a couple of things, especially when it comes to claiming things. See if we can get to that image right here, because they do mention a few things. But here it is. This is what's going to look like too. So we're going to be seeing a bit of a nice update. So it's going to be like you're driving a brand new car. So be prepared to get that fresh car, new car smell, or maybe a new pair of shoes, new pair of shirt, anything that you buy brand new and you're just like, ooh, I like this. It fits pretty good, even though it's the same thing you've worn size wise all the time. We should have that new feeling of a new layout of the game. So that should be exciting. So yeah, they definitely go into details here. Let me see. And then here's the reward page, milestones, rank rewards. You can kind of toggle between the two is what I'm seeing. So it's going to have a new, just overall new look to the game. So again, all that really helps. And they talk about it is to get like new players, right? New players involved. And also to get like, just a great new experience for the old players. It just keeps them out of that old stagnant look consistently over and over and over. But it does help introduce other game modes, which is what he talked about, like including everybody in the game. And I think that's a good thing. That's a really great thing for the game. So like sometimes people might not understand like, hey, why did I just hit that milestone? But they'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm participating part of this event. And we're gonna get those rewards. But what do you think so far of the new AI UI or EI, whatever they call it, the new look of what the game is going to look like, and the fact that Battleground off season is going to be starting with a very, very low cost of energy at 5, and not having to worry about your tier, losing points, or just, not progressing, just playing Battlegrounds for fun. Will you consider maybe doing more of that, because that preps your account, figures out a little bit, gives you like that extra couple of days to figure out your champions, what you want to rank up. So let me know in the comments, guys, below. Wanted to keep it quick and simple, just cover those two, because on the next video, if you want to keep watching more about the update, make sure you keep on the channel, subscribe if you have not. We're going to be talking reunion, and that has a lot to cover. That's going to be a long one. So drop a like on this one, and then I'll see you on the next video. Peace.